member of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. Listen to other great tech podcasts at www.techpodcasts.com.
Yo, you are in the right place at the right time, listening to the right thing. Tech Webcast. Congratulations on choosing such an awesome thing to listen to. You are clearly very smart. You're into tech stuff. You love hearing Brad and Jason and their guests chat. And you're probably really good looking too. Well done. So let's get into it. The weekly tech extravaganza that is Tech Webcast. In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to episode 220 of the Tech Webcast podcast, recorded on the 5th of January, 2013. Tech Webcast is recorded every Saturday and rebroadcast on Aussie Tech Heads on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And our hosts for today are Brad, Jody, Steve, Jason, and Andrew. How you guys doing?
Hey, good for the first podcast back for 2013, Steve.
Oh, it did turn out good, yeah.
Yeah, it did turn out good. And we've got Jason from Tech OU. Hey, Jason.
Hey, guys.
There you go, mate. Welcome.
I'm doing well, thanks, Brad. Just trying to stay cool.
Yeah, same for me. And also we got Andrew on. He's new from somewhere. Andrew, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, good day, Brad. Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. Thanks for having me on the show today.
Good, mate. And also we've got Jody on. Hey, Jody. She muted. And then we'll move to Craig. Anyway, Craig, what's up? Craig?
Yeah, hey, how are you doing?
That was a long pause. Please don't pause in the podcast.
Sorry about that.
That's right. How are you, mate? Welcome to the show. Why was there a long pause? Anyway, let's move on. Steve, what's been happening, mate?
I've been pretty busy with the, of course, Christmas holidays, so this is probably the most I've been away from the internet and the show. Of course, I've been has several things in the back burner going for the next show, I think. And went to a New Year's party. It was awesome. The first one in over 20 years, I think.
Oh, wow. And Jason, what have you up to for New Year's Eve and stuff, mate?
New Year's wasn't too big. We just went in a fireworks show here in Wodonga. But Christmas, spent time with the family as you do at Christmas time, and the girlfriend's family. But also spent some time building some maps.
Oh, nice one. Any cool gadgets? What did you have for Christmas? Did you have anything cool?
The closest thing is the Surface RT, and the girlfriend got me the keyboard cover for the type keyboard for that. So it's sort of the gadget for Christmas.
What about this TV post you wrote about the other day?
Yeah, that ended up getting a fair bit of traffic. So basically, I called the TiVo dead after doing some research and finding out that our local Harvey Norman wasn't selling them anymore, and then after researching a little bit, found out that was actually much wider spread, and most Australia hadn't been getting TiVos for about 2 to 3 months, and aren't looking like they're getting any more. It's basically shut up shop for TiVo Australia.
Well, yeah, that's interesting. I don't know why they keep sending me the same reply by email.
Yeah, I think they're not ready to officially announce it yet, because as soon as they do, then clearly the existing stock out there in the few stores that have some left will, find it very difficult to sell the remaining stocks. So, again, they continue to push this message. It's business as usual, but clearly from what I've uncovered, that this isn't the case with TiVo in Australia.
Exactly, yeah. And what's going to happen when they do get out in the name of EPG and stuff?
Look, I would expect that they will keep 1 or 2 staff around just for support, but, there's no active development going on. There's no updates. We're certainly not getting new models, as you'd expect. The US has 2 new models since we got ours, and, we just haven't seen any of those updates in Australia. So it's time to look for alternatives, really, and my brother's looking for a new device, and I started looking for him. So, thought I'd write around it, and seems like a few other people are in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm not putting the bed soon, but I'll probably get rid of it very shortly. It's going to happen.
Well, it is a gadget, right? It's going to die. It's got a hard drive inside there. It's going to die, so we'll need to think about it eventually.
Yeah, and you don't have Fox, I don't have Fox, so we have to go and buy a new freebie box. I'm going to get a Bush something, or what sort of buy next?
Yeah, I'd like to get a new TV with everything built in. That'd be nice.
Oh, that's cool. Good point too, yeah.
Maybe new 84-incher or something.
Jody, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, what happened before?
I don't know.
I went mute. Okay, you got some news to say?
I absolutely do. We were.
Where to?
Okay, the audio is a little bit funky, so bear with me if you can hear me okay. We were talking about holiday shopping, and apparently worldwide, more money went mobile. I don't think it's a big surprise. I think the numbers are surprising, however. Mobile search and display advertising was up 220%. That's just in the U.S. Mobile ad spending around the world more than doubled last year, and enough growth will moderate this year, double-digit increases in mobile ad spending. And they're predicting that's going to continue in coming years as the mobile outlays approach. You can get this number, $37 billion by 2016. In 2012, mobile spending was at $8.41 billion, according to eMarketer's forecast, up from over $4 billion the year before. So it obviously more than doubled, and $2.4 billion in 2010. So it doubled from then. So evidently, mobile has been screaming in terms of growth. And I'm just curious, guys, did you do any shopping mobily this year for the holidays?
Yeah, I'm Jody. I did some shopping mobily. I bought a few bits and pieces, actually, of all places, in bed at night on eBay. So, and that's the first time this year that this Christmas season that I've actually done that, and it was easy, it came quick, and it was a good experience.
Yeah, good stuff. I didn't do that. Welcome, Greg, to the podcast, mate.
Yeah, g'day. Hello. I'm chatting faces to Brad.
You got it, mate? You got headphones on?
Oh, well, I have to go out and come back in.
Yeah, go, mate. The background noise is really annoying.
Right.
Right. What about you, Craig? Do you do any mobile shopping?
I can do shopping on mobile, but I got a camera and some stuff for my Galaxy Note 2.
Oh, nice.
Just some accessories for it, but that was pretty much it.
Oh, cool. And Jack, what about you? Do anything like that?
I did my research online. I didn't buy too much online. I tend to leave the shopping until last minute, so I'm running to the retail stores and just finding whatever I can for presents. But doing research, the price checks online is a great way to find the cheapest price.
I think the best time to be shopping is Boxing Day, I reckon. Personally.
Yeah, if your friend and family are comfortable getting a late present, I guess.
It's only one, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's after Christmas.
Yeah, but that's when it goes on.
Yeah, I mean, you run into stock issues, I guess, because it's only what's over.
Yeah, true. Did anyone get an iPad Mini for Christmas, or did you, Jody?
No, I didn't get an iPad Mini. I got some nice leather boots, though.
Oh, nice. What about Craig? Did you get any iPad Mini?
No, actually, I'm not on the Apple ecosystem whatsoever. I'm on Android or I'm not into the iOS. So.
Why is that?
I just prefer Android over time, especially with the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. I can't see myself using anything else right now.
Yeah, that's good. What the nice phone. Steve, what about you?
Talking about mobile shopping.
Yeah.
I haven't really shopped using a mobile device. I have, though, ordered pizza, which works really good, the Domino's app. You can go there, choose your toppings and everything, send it off. You can watch, and you even know when it's ready to pick up because the app shows you, each step and then, ready for pickup, and you just go and pick it up. Or deliver, or however you're going to do it.
Really neat.
We can do that over here in Australia, too. It's pretty nice.
I think that's totally cool.
Yeah, you should try it out one day, Jody. And what else has been happening in the news?
Well, interesting. I don't know how many of you have signed up for the new MySpace. It's getting mixed reviews, however. Gizmodo, which was one of the first reviewers, kind of said they understand why it was dead in the first place, and they feel that it should just die already. On the other hand, Mashable is a little bit excited about the new MySpace. Some of the things that we've always liked about MySpace have to do with the music feature. Apparently, they've gotten rid of a lot of the old stuff and totally remade it. And first, have you guys tried the new MySpace?
No.
I have.
Will you try it?
Yeah, I've given it a shot, Jody. I actually went there expecting to dislike it, and actually it was pretty cool. It's extremely visual. It's got a right-hand scroll, so you actually, instead of scrolling up and down, you scroll across to the right, which is a bit different. And when you go to a profile, there's a whole photo instead of just sort of being a little cover photo at the top. The whole background is the photo, and as you move the mouse cursor down, it automatically pops with the music bar, so you can play just about any music. I think they're trying to get a real niche in music and photography and things. And look, I think it's actually got some legs if it can get past the bad MySpace brand.
Do you think they should have renamed it something different?
At first, I would have said no, but the fact that you've got, probably not getting the traction that they wanted, at this point, I'd say yes, they probably would have been better to rename. Even if they did rename, a lot of people would still know that it was MySpace, but you might get a lot of new people or unique people who wouldn't be aware that it is MySpace. You've got Justin Timberlake on there, who's effectively the new go-to guy. He's Zuckerberg or Tom of the MySpace there, and he's only got 8,000 people who've circled him, which is a pretty low number considering they made a lot of noise about what they're doing. So I think a new brand probably would suit it.
Interesting. Craig, I know you tried it. What did you think?
Yeah, I've been using it all day. I got my invite today. Right now, it's really not widespread anyway. You have to have an invite or you have to bring something. But I'm a music person, so I use Windows 8, and it is very much like Windows 8. Because Windows 8 scrolls side to side. It's very big. It's very visual. All the elements of Windows 8 are in MySpace. I don't know if that's good or bad, depending on what you're into. But as far as when I first got in there, it was a little confusing. It was not. I always deem a social interface that should be just tell you what to do. It's kind of bizarre how you get going, but once you get going, you discover how to bring people in and stuff. It's all about the music. There's nothing else in there. Like you said, you can do albums of photos or music, and that's it. But it is kind of nice to have sitting on a monitor while you're working and listening to playlists people created, and that sort of thing. So for that, I do not see it getting any traction above like Facebook, Google Plus whatsoever. It's definitely going to be a music niche style social network. Do I call it social network because it's really not that social the way it's laid out. But I just don't see it being the monster it used to be.
Interesting. Steve, have you tried it?
Actually, I'm on there now. I have seen a little bit of it, not much. Of course, what I really hated the most about MySpace before was you go to somebody's channel and they allowed you to put on whatever you wanted, and some people put so much flash animation it would literally lag big time, and so I would leave their page, and they seem to categorize everything a little bit better. I don't know if it's really going to grab hold like it used to. I think it's just been, had so many problems for so long. It's, I don't know, possible. We'll see.
Brad, you have any thoughts?
No, I don't have any thoughts on MySpace. Sorry.
I do. It's Jason. I've been using it for a while. And what I'm seeing is an explosion of people connecting. So like you mentioned, it is limited at the moment, but clearly they've opened it up to a wider audience because my connections are connecting to other people. So my front stream is just flooded with new connections. So it is starting to gain traction, I guess, a little bit. We haven't obviously had official numbers, but I do think they should be applauded for taking a chance with the UI. I think a lot of websites are starting to look the same, and this is something very different that we haven't seen before. So even just on that element, I think, congrats to the web guys, a good chance. I think it paid off. It takes a while to get used to, but on a tablet or something, it works fantastically. There isn't any of that rubbish hangover from the old MySpace. with autoplay music on people's profile and that sort of stuff. The thing actually just looks gorgeous. Whether it's off any definitive source for music will really, I think, depend on the music subscription service they offer. So we don't really know anything about the cost. It's all free at the moment. So that's a big part of it as well.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I think the cachet that Facebook used to have has kind of dimmed a little bit. And it kind of brings us right into our next story, which has to do with teens hate Twitter, yet world leaders love it. It has to do with how different entities find social media. Some things fall into favor, some things fall out of favor. This story is based on Josh Miller, who was a Princeton dropout who co-founded the tech startup called Branch. And evidently he wrote a post last week that examined the social media scene through the eyes of his 15-year-old sister. I'll share with you, it's interesting just in my own experience that my daughter, who's 18, has a very, very different taste in social media. But evidently Josh Miller's sister told him that photo sharing services like Instagram and the photo messaging app Snapchat are their tools of choice, with more established sites like Facebook and Tumblr enjoying less cachet among her set. And she told her older brother about Twitter that nobody uses it. She says, I know you love it, but I don't get it. I mean, I guess a few kids use it, but they're all the ones that won't shut up in class, who always think they have something important to say. So it's kind of interesting how different generations and even different niches use different social media. I was curious if you guys want to weigh in on that one. I know Twitter was really popular for a while. Some people have kind of fallen off using it when they went to migrate to Google+. Craig, you want to weigh in on that?
I personally, I've been on Twitter since day one, and I never liked it. I stay on it for marketing purposes, but I just don't like it. I've never been a Twitter person. I use it. I feel like I'm forced to use it, but it's just not me. I'm more of the Facebook, Google Plus, and all the other ones. The 140 character thing, just I can just text people, or there's other ways to do it. I don't.
Well, I love Twitter, and I love changing to the famous people on it. It was right back.
You're on a lot too, though, Brad.
Yeah, well, the guy from the skateboarder, Mike Valley, he's right back all the time. He's cool. Yeah, Twitter's cool.
It's interesting. It's interesting. That article, I read it in a week and actually shared it through my Facebook. There's a big question, I think, a dynamic between whether or not Twitter and even Facebook need to actually try and go after that younger market, that sort of teenage market, a bit more aggressively, or whether that market will grow up and become more guided toward products like Twitter and so forth. So I'm not really sure where the balance is, whether they're actually going to lose them long term. A lot of younger people, in sophomores and they'll sort of say, oh, Facebook is what my parents use, it's not what I use, and they're using Snapchat and these sorts of things. There's something else in that article right at the end. The actual Josh Miller actually talks about the 15-year-old, his sister. She's talking about what they want next, what the kids want next, is some kind of active FaceTime, sort of a real face video product that people can use like Kik, so sort of a messaging product. So it's interesting how Snapchat has almost got to that, but they're still wanting something else. So I do think that things are becoming more and more video-centric. Facebook, there's a number of articles I've seen about people saying Facebook has just become so boring and text and so forth. And you look at Instagram, you look at Snapchat, we're becoming more and more visual. I think this is coming up from the teenage market, who are very first adopters.
All right. Craig, what about you, mate? What's your view on this?
Me? Sorry, mate. It's pretty patchy here, but yeah, I didn't get totally on all of it anyway.
Do you use Twitter, mate? Do you use Twitter?
Huh?
Do you like Twitter, or do you use it?
No, I haven't been over there for quite a while.
Okay, all right. What about you, Jason?
Oh, come on, Brad. I love Twitter.
I know that.
We're on it all the time, aren't we? We're addicts.
That was a dumb question.
Yeah. The thing I love about it is the fact that I've met some amazing people on Twitter, and then you'll go to an event or something and meet in real life, and often the personalities that come through on Twitter are them in real life. I mean, it is a real person sitting on the other end of that, and it's your ability to tap into online conversations that you would otherwise not have sit at that table is just phenomenal. And I've met some really fantastic people, as Brad said, some celebrities reply to you, which is fantastic. But also, I think I could probably go to any capital city in Australia, post a tweet and say, hey, I need a bed for the night, and someone would come to the rescue. And that sort of stuff is awesome.
That's neat.
Oh, that's fantastic. Have you ever done it before?
Yeah, I've crashed in Melbourne and Sydney before, for sure.
When do you come back to Melbourne again?
No immediate plans, but I'm sure I'll make it there. I clocked up a number of cases in the plane last year, so
cool.
Yeah, I'm sure this year is going to be the same.
Oh, cool. We'll have to meet up for something. What else?
Deal.
Yeah, done deal, mate. Yeah, what else is happening?
Well, somebody had posted about Google Glass return to Flickr, using iOS for Surface Windows 8. Are those your notes, Brad?
These are mine, Jason.
Oh, they're Jason. Oh. Jason notes, I think.
Okay. Did you want to discuss that, Jason? Or?
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, Brad told me that we're going to sort of have a bit of a think about what happened in the last 12 months, and the big thing that stuck out for me was, Google Glass is sort of an innovation that's coming in the future and something that's worldly different than anything we'd used before, and it's not publicly available and it's going to be some time, but I look at the potential of something like that to change the way we move around the world, and that's just, hugely, as somebody who loves technology, hugely interesting and exciting to watch. So, there were $1,500 for the developers, at Google I/O. This year they're actually going to get into the hands of those people, and I think the experiences we're going to see out of something like that, the wearable technology, if they can actually pull it off, that's going to be phenomenal. So that was something that I left 2012 with really big hopes. The other thing is I left iOS up being with them for, I guess, since the iPhone first shipped. I had the first iPod Touch when it came out in Australia, which shipped before the first iPhone. Wow. And I fell in love with it. I see an amazing innovation there, an explosion of apps, and I lived through that for the last 4 years. And it just sort of became time that I looked at what was being offered by Nokia and Microsoft in their tablets and smartphones, and it was enough to win me over. And a lot of people are sort of tied into the fact they've got hundreds of dollars invested in that ecosystem. They don't want to move. And I never want that to be the case that ties me in and I can't go to the next thing because of the history. I think that's really bad reason to stay. And I got value out of those apps. I did. And so I feel satisfied the money spent was well spent. And now I'm in this new era and seeing this ecosystem explode. So I'm really excited about it.
So Andrew, Jason, what phone do you use now as the main phone?
Yeah, Lumia 920 is my primary phone.
Nice. Yeah. What about Note 2? Do you have the Note 2?
No, that thing is enormous.
Yeah, that one. But I was wrong. Jody, any more news?
Yeah, just one more. Has to do with holiday shopping and TechCrunch. And apparently, U.S. holiday shoppers spent $42.3 billion online, up 14% from last year. And I believe over the last couple of years, the online shopping has increased to the extent that it is more than the amount of shopping that's done in brick and mortar stores, which is, kind of an interesting flip-flop. Some of the things that contributed to the online shopping were a free shipping day, for example, on December 17th. And Christmas Day itself was rather slow, but even that was up 36% over last year. So, evidently a lot more people are doing the shopping. And online and mobile both, I believe, have contributed to helping a lot of the retailers do a lot better this year. So and that's pretty much all the news that I pulled for today. So if you want to comment or...
yeah, that's good news. Stay with you on them stories, mate.
Actually, I wanted to go into the Surface Window tablet by Microsoft. It's kind of funny. Of course, Oprah Winfrey left a message. I can't remember if it was on Twitter or whatever. That she loves the Surface tablet, and she's buying 8 of them. And in the end of the post, it says posted by message left by iPad, which was kind of weird. But anyway, I
think that was done by one of the staffers.
Yeah, I think it was from the staffer. But it's kind of funny.
Probably paid endorsement too.
Yeah, I agree. Probably would be paid endorsement. Yeah. All right, Jody. What's the guest on today? Who are we on today?
Well, one of our guests today is Craig Leucke from Rockland, USA. And Craig has been instrumental in putting together Craig, forgive me if I get this wrong, but it's the World Games for 2015 for firefighters and for police officers. And it's an international event. Do I have the time close?
Yeah, you're kind of close, yeah. That
okay.
Was pretty good.
Maybe you can kind of explain it better than I did and explain what it's about.
Hi, everybody. It's the 2015 World Police and Fire Games. It was actually held in Adelaide, Australia, for you Australians out there. Back in 2007, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
2007 in Adelaide.
It's good stuff. I love how you say Adelaide.
Yeah, so it's going to come to the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area in Fairfax, Virginia, in 2015. But in this year, 2013, it'll be in Belfast, Northern Ireland. And what it is, at least for us, it'll be 73 countries, 15,000 athletes coming into basically do like the Olympics, but they're only professional police and firefighters. And it is the second largest multi-sport event in the world, as far as it goes. So I am in charge of all the online stuff as far as social marketing, using Twitter, Facebook, Google+, MySpace, and also creating our website has our own social network as well.
What are the sports we have there on midday?
We have hockey. There's 200 hockey teams to show up. We have even dodgeball. We do not have cricket at ours, but they're going to have that in Belfast.
Yeah,
usually, whoever's hosting it, whatever country, will have their flavor of sports. There are some required sports like soccer or football, as you can tell. Track and field swimming, that sort of thing. But they put your own local flavor as well.
Greg, you got any questions for Craig? Greg? Let's pass on. Jay, any questions for Greg? For Craig?
Yeah, do you have any mobile apps or anything, or a website we should check out for that?
Yeah, the website we have currently going, not all of it is completed because we're still 2.5 years away, so we're adding the tourism part. Fairfax2015.com, and the mobile apps are coming. We're deciding the website obviously will turn into a mobile app, which is not that friendly, but we're developing actually for your Surface tablet. We are making a Windows 8 version that has a different sports on there, Android and iOS as well. And we're going to be using QR. We're going to use QR codes extensively throughout all the venues. So if you show up to the basketball venue, you'll see a huge QR code on banner. You just take your phone, scan it, and then it'll tell you what the current schedule is, what current standings are, and about rules for the international rules for that event, everything in there, and they can see who else is there as well.
Awesome.
And Craig's being very modest. Craig, how many Facebook fans do you have for the event?
I think we had 64,000, and probably 40,000 are real. I have a lot of spam. It's like when you create a Twitter account, the spammers come out of the woodwork, and I'm always deleting people because they join just to spam your walls. But we have a lot of people interacting with us, and now we have 64,000 right now.
Craig,
one of the things
Sorry, are you looking longer term at actually being able to, what level of social integration? And are you looking at some broadcasting and things like that from some of these events to try and bring people in internationally who may not be there?
That's actually a good question, Andrew. Here's my challenge. I got brought onto this in 2009. So the speed of technology, right? I have to gauge. Well, even Facebook being around in 2015. As stupid as that sounds, I have to always look at what social network or communications platform is out there. I have to keep creating accounts on every single one. Right now, I have 70 different accounts out there running with that I'm trying to keep up on. And so I'm trying to gauge what the future is. So what they're telling me is, if you read all the articles and the studies, that most people will have a mobile phone around the world. So if they're all coming with that 80% people chance that they'll have a mobile phone, I need to gauge that. Now, remember, 73 countries are coming to the United States. Even Canadians coming down to the United States doesn't mean their phone will work here. That's the other challenge. So even though I can gauge to a mobile phone, they won't be able to get service here. So they'll have to get like a prepaid phone or buy a SIM card that they can put in their unlocked phone. See all the challenges I got to deal with. And so I have to gauge that. So we are going to stream the games. Right now we're going to be using either Ustream or Justin TV or something like that. Ustream, a lot of these allow you to embed it on your website, just like Justin TV is right now on your website. That podcast. Who knows if we're going to use a Hangout on Google Plus? I don't know, but I have everything ready, and I just keep changing it out, hoping. But eventually, I have to lock in with what we're going to do. Probably at the last, I would say, Q4 of 2014, I will have to lock into whatever I'm doing, and just got to stick it up from that point on.
Yeah, interesting. As you said, you can't gauge exactly what's going to be around then. I mean, Instagram's so quick in 2015. It could be a totally different player. I mean, I have a social media startup myself, and things move so quick, you've got no idea really what is going to be the technology of choice at that time. And the other potential issue is around network and bandwidth. I know that in Melbourne, go to the Formula 1 Grand Prix every year. On the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, there's lots of bandwidth for me to check the time and all of those things. But on Sunday, there's 130,000 people there. The networks just completely die. So that's another potential challenge.
Well, it's crazy. Any questions?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at your Google Plus page. It's kind of ironic. The tagline says, "I am the most uninteresting man in the world." Believe it, but you've done so much, and it's kind of funny that you put that in there. Now, it also says you've done Rockland US Radio. You've been actually streaming this for 10 years, and it says live365.com. So are you still doing that? And how many people listen to it on a regular basis?
Yeah, I've been online since the phone coupler days of the early 80s. So I've been online since CompuServe back when it's 300 watts. So I've kind of grown through all this whole thing. My Rockland USA radio stations have been ranked since 1999 on a service called live365.com, which is kind of like they were around before Pandora and all the other music stations. So there's like 10,000 different people that create their own radio stations, and they stream on there. I started out with one, and I kept changing the music playlist and experimenting, couldn't get listeners. Finally, let me just play what I like and what mainstream people like, and then it scored in the top 10. So I've been in the top 10 ever since. So it's been there since 1999. It's been for 11 years. But I have to pay $2,000 a year in royalties to Sound Exchange here in Washington, D.C. in order to play music. So, but in return, ads get injected into my stream by American companies like Home Depot, JCPenney, that type of thing. So I get ad revenue back that actually, I actually generate a profit off my radio station. So now I'm allowed to have 4 radio stations on the $1,000 U.S. fee for music royalties. So I pay the artist that I play on my station, which a lot of the stations on Shoutcast do not pay royalties like they should be, but mine's a fully legal station. So I've been doing that for a long time, and I have I think at the peak during the daytime I get about 10,000 on my main channel, which is just the Rockland USA rock station. I get about 10,000 around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time in the U.S. Time zone, and that's usually right. If we're off on holidays or weekends, there's no way around. Usually people listen when they're at work.
Cool, that's mate. Now, Craig, you do a podcast with Jody, is that correct?
Yes, we still do a podcast every, I think, Thursday, right, Jody? We're around 7 or 8.
Yes.
Hey, what do you do about that?
Go ahead, Odie.
Craig, he's asking you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we talk about tech stuff. You do, but usually it's more social network geared news and commentary and about 30 minutes of just talking about more of the social network news, not just the tech thing.
Right. What's the name of it?
Wait, what's the name? What's the name?
I'm addicted to social media.
Wow.
A2SM, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
A2SM.
Yes.
Addicted to social media. Yes. Yeah, I'm submissive. She's my done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's addicted to social media.
Okay, all right. Any more questions to Craig, Jody, or Steve, or anyone else? Jason?
Yes, Craig. When are you bringing back the games on Google Hangouts?
Oh, my God. I came back to Google Plus. Everybody's been hitting me up. I've actually been starting to work on those again. What it is I developed a TV game style shows for chat rooms, video chat rooms. I used to do it on Blog TV and or other networks, just like Justin TV. And on Blog TV, I ended up being the number one broadcaster over there, but that place has gone to crap. I don't know if you've ever been to Blog TV lately. It's nothing but spam ads and everything. And all the people everybody used to do shows there. A lot of the YouTubers were over there as well. Sexy Phil, Phil DeFranco, all them. We were all over there doing our shows, but now it's gone to crap. But anyway, I have like a Wheel of Fortune, knockoff Jeopardy, that sort of thing, and I tried a few of it on Google Plus. Google Plus Hangouts are so much different than like Jumpin' TV and these others where you don't have this chat room, so you have no idea how many people are watching if you're doing one of these shows. And it's really hard to interact with your audience if you only have like 9 people with video cameras on the screen. And that's it. It's hard to interact because if they're all duds, you have nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm still trying to figure out how to make it work when you don't have a big audience or you don't know what your audience is.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. JD, you reckon wrap it up? Because apparently Brian is saying that Skype is really bad.
Yeah, the Skype is bad.
Yeah.
It is bad. I hope it will be better, but the audio version will be fine. Just download it when it's uploaded. Jason, what do you want to say this year, mate?
The biggest stuff TVs ever.
Yeah.
As you'd expect. No, I really would like to see prices of the biggest screens, like we're talking 55 inches up, come down to an affordable level. I mean, we're talking in excess of $10,000 at the moment. If in the next 12 months they drop to something more reasonable, that would be something I would consider, I guess.
Yep.
But there's going to be plenty of phones and cameras, and Ultrabooks is probably one of the most exciting categories, I think. Plenty coming out for Windows 8 with touchscreen, which really interests me because I'm developing apps for Windows 8. So the more devices that get out there, hopefully the more people buy my apps.
Hey, have you checked out the NRTV channel on Freebie yet, Jason?
I have indeed, yeah. It's not too bad. That's our Indigenous Australian channel, dedicated 24/7, so that's cool.
Do you watch it much, or
I flick back and forward. It's not something I've found, a favourite, a favourite show yet, but I'll certainly flick through what's in the guide, and if there's something interesting, I'll check it out.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. Andrew, what about you? What do you think before we go, mate?
Yeah, as far as CS is concerned, I'm really looking forward to actually having a look at the 4K and 8K TVs and seeing what prices and seeing how many competitors there are in the game at the moment.
I want to see a 4K channel. Cool. Steve, what about you?
It's got to come over. Sorry, I'm just interrupting on that. It's got to come over IP. There's no way that using our current broadcast methods that we could broadcast 4K, and certainly not the same channel lineup that we have. So the only solution I see for that is to come over IP, which is really going to require our NBN to deliver.
Yeah, so 4K is in high definition, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's no optical format. There's no like Blu-ray can even hold them. So the way that gets to your TV has to be solved.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, Steve, what about you?
You talking about 4K television, or
you buy a 4K TV this year?
No, I'm still stuck on the CRT version.
Maybe okay on that.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I have to see. I don't know much about it. I know they're trying to go to the next standard. Of course, I think HD TV would be enough for me, really.
Yeah.
I mean, how better can the picture be? You know.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Jody?
Yes.
Craig, would you going to get a 4K TV? Craig, you get a 4K TV?
Yeah, I'm interested in those, but you know, as someone else said, it's like, you know, your eye can only see so much.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a limit where the human body just can't see anything better. But I do hear the 4K is the deal, but I don't know if that's more of a marketing thing or because they can't do much more with the technology because the human eye. You know, what else can they do? I mean, it's
yeah, exactly.
Bob Scoble said he saw a 4K right next to a 1080p, and he said the difference was extremely visual. And then to point off, the 4K TV upscaling and Blu-ray disc was visually better than just watching a Blu-ray through 1080p, which I thought was interesting.
All right, we're going to have guys in February sometime come back from CS, Robert Scale and Sandler and them, so people can come on and talk about CS. And thanks to Sandler and JBL for sending me some speakers. Jaden, what's your Twitter handle, mate?
At TechAU. That's TechAU.
And the website?
TechAU.tv.
And the website?
TechAU.tv.
Good stuff. Me, I'm a product Tech Webcast, Steve.
At justin.tv/Linux Cool Dude, and of course, my Twitter is chatterbox_live.
You need a website, Steve. JD?
Well, you can find me on Twitter as SunSweat, and everywhere else you can find me as either webmarcom.net, or Jody Rain.
Cool. Are you going to say yes, Jody?
What's that?
You going to say yes?
I still can't understand what you're saying.
Are you going to see yes?
CBS?
Oh, CES? The CES show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
yeah, the sounds a little garbled. Actually, no, I'm probably not going to make it. It's just, you know, a mere day's flight away.
Okay.
What am I wasting my time for? But no, I'm not. I probably will not make it.
All right, what about you, Craig?
No, I will not be going to see yes at all, no.
Okay, what's your Twitter handle on that, mate, so people can follow you?
I'm over on Twitter. It's Rockland USA. Website's rocklandusa.com. And over on Facebook, it's Craig Leucke is my full name. And plus, who knows what the address is over there.
I'll put it in the show notes. Andrew.
Yeah, my Twitter is Ari from Oz. That's ARIFROMOZ. And you can check out my social video startup, zarfo.com, when you need a minute.
I'm not supposed to mention that. Till next week when you're on. Or whenever you're on. But you can mention it again. Mention it again, Andrew.
Okay.
Mention again, what is it?
Zarfo.com. Andrew at Zarfo.com if you want to check me out there.
All right. Joe, you want to say before we go?
Brad, I'm having a real hard time hearing you.
All right, let's wrap up. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Craig. Thanks to everyone in the chat room. Download the audio version of this podcast. It'll be way better than the video. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate your time.
No problem. Thanks for having me on.
Yep, thanks.
Hi, Glenn from Aussie Tech Head. Join Rich and Eric as we bring you the latest tech news that are from Australia and the world. Weekly podcast available each Friday through iTunes. Watch the live stream show at live.thesecrethub.com each Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. or T+10. Call in live via Skype or chat in our lounge. However you get us, just make sure you do. Listen or visit our website for more information. www.aussietechhead.com.au. Aussie Tech Head, Australia's largest tech news podcast.
Well, that's it for Tech Webcast this week. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed having your mind expanded. Tune in next week for more tech talk with Brad, Jason, and whatever craziness they've managed to rope in. Don't forget to get the Tech Webcast app from iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at Tech Webcast. And of course, check us out on Facebook too. Until next time, may the tech be with you. Peace.